I'm not even recording, so that's everyone on YouTube's going to be like, where are we? Everyone had a good week? Yeah. We're this much closer to Christmas, it's scary.
No, don't do the C word.
There's me swearing with a C word. So I've got my lovely medium Lynda here, who's stepped in to help me out at the last minute because our mediums that we had for tonight, unfortunately, have got family issues and couldn't come. So everyone's like, thank you, Lynda, for helping me out. I'm very, 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 very grateful. But I'm going to leave it to you if you want to just open however you see fit to open.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You have to excuse me, I've got, I didn't have a cold or anything on the way here, but I've developed a cough. But I've been stripping wallpaper, so I don't know if that's actually affected me.
Loads of dust and everything in there, haven't you?
So anyway, so if I still having a coughing fit, you just have to bear with me. But I always say that spirit just help you out, and
yeah, they come in.
I've just told them take it away and give it back to me when I'm on my way home. So, or when I get home would be best. So, if you'd like to join me in prayer, please. Thank you. Heavenly Father, Great Spirit, Divine Energy. Thank you for guiding us all here this evening, and allowing us to be here safely. Also, I ask for a blessing on those that would like to have been here this evening, but for whatever reason wasn't able to. I'd like to ask that the healing goes out to where it's needed all around our world. The animal kingdom, birds, the planets, trees, the marine life, all that breathes, including our mother planet. And now I ask that the veil to be put to one side. I ask my guides, my loved ones and those from the higher realms to join us here this evening. I ask those loved ones that want to use me as a channel to draw close. Can use every part of my body, but with respect to me, please. I ask that we have proof here this evening that life is eternal. It continues. I also would like healing, some laughter, but with respect, for upliftment, and proof, and those beautiful messages that come from our loved ones. So I'm going to leave this service in thy loving arms, those loving hands of our dear Lord. Amen.
Thank you. Right, as usual, I've got our lovely healing book here. I kind of went rogue this week, just doing things a bit different. I heard a poem that I thought I would read out and put in instead of a general prayer. May you be well. May you be cleansed and purified of all that isn't healthy. May every cell in your body wake up and fight. May the powerful light of healing move into every part of you. May you return to being purely you. May you be well. And I send that out to everybody here, as well as those on our healing list, which is AC, Darren, Wendy, Rebecca and Tasha, Jill and Bernard, Diane, Grace, Lynn, Jenny, Rowena, Roy and Maureen. So if you could just take a moment to just visualise them surrounded in a loving, healing light, or just with big smiles on their faces, or just feeling better than they are now. That's lovely, thank you. Right, I've just got a little story to read out today. I came across this story and it reminded me of a friend of ours who's had pretty much the same situation. And it's just a nice little... I'll let it speak for itself. As my phone pinged with a Snapchat photo, I knew who it was before I even opened the message. Lisa, my silly sis. She was 32 going on 12, always having me in fits of giggles, sending me goofy faces with her eyes crossed or her tongue poking out. Your phone's broken, I'd say when we FaceTimed each other, and suddenly Lisa's image froze. Then I'd noticed the corner of her mouth creeping up into a smile and realised she was pranking me. I was the youngest by just 14 months, and we'd always had a special connection. Growing up, we'd been thick as thieves, playing tricks on our big sister, Kellyanne. But me and Kellyanne were tomboys, and Lisa was the girly girl. Little Lady Lisa, we joked. When she wasn't looking, I'd sneak off with her Barbie dolls and use a magnifying glass to scorch their faces in the sun. But she'd get her own back, grabbing my legs and tugging me off the sofa when we sat watching TV. And when she had kids herself, Olivia, now 10, and Tyler, 7, Lisa adored goofing around with them. When Olivia got the game Pie Face from Santa for Christmas 2017, Lisa couldn't wait to have a go. You went to start with the youngest player, but Lisa was chomping at the bit. We all crowded round to watch as she rested her chin on the frame and splat. Pie Face, Olivia squealed as Lisa grinned through the mess of whipped cream. Lisa absolutely lived for her kids. She and Olivia had always been especially close. They seemed to know what the other one was thinking. In April 2018, I went to visit her house one afternoon and found my sis down in the dumps. She was doing up the place, and our dad, Peter, 64, was due round the following afternoon to help tile the bathroom. It's getting there, I told her encouragingly as she showed me round. There was still lots of work to do, but it was an improvement. Suddenly, Lisa's face crumpled into tears. There's just so much to do, she sniffled. Don't worry, I soothed. You're just feeling overwhelmed. You'll soon have the place looking shipshape. Lisa rarely cried in front of the kids, and I could see a worried Olivia peeking round the kitchen door. 20 minutes later, she came padding in with a handwritten letter in her grip. Lisa took the letter and opened it. Olivia had written, "Don't worry, Mummy. We love you so much. Please don't cry." "Oh, darling, thank you. I'm fine, really," smiled Lisa, pulling her daughter in for a cuddle on her lap. The following day, 19th of April, I was busy at work when a notification popped up on my phone. Another silly Snapchat from Lisa, but it turned out to be my news app. There'd been a big accident on the main road just round the corner from Lisa's house, something about a police chase. "Have you seen this?" I texted Lisa, sending her the link, but she didn't respond. In fact, I could see that she'd not logged onto Facebook for a couple of hours, and as more details emerged, I started to worry about her. Apparently, the police had been chasing a joyrider in a stolen car at around 11 a.m, and he'd ploughed straight onto the pavement. It looked like some unfortunate soul had been killed. Of course, I knew it was highly unlikely that Lisa was involved, but I couldn't help but fret. I texted Lisa again, but still no answer. Perhaps it was our special sisterly bond or a sixth sense. By now, my stomach was really starting to churn. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was desperately wrong. Anxiously, I called my parents instead and told them about the accident. "Don't worry, love, Lisa's probably asleep," Dad said soothingly. "She messaged your mum this morning and said that she'd been up and down with the kids all night, so she was going back to bed for a few hours." But what he said next will haunt me forever. Some poor family will be getting a knock on the door this afternoon, he sighed. I went back to work but couldn't get the crash out of my head. I couldn't stop looking at my phone, praying for Lisa to send me one of her hilarious photos. But when my screen suddenly lit up again, it was Dad calling. As soon as I heard his voice, I knew. "It's our Lisa," he said, choked out between sobs. His awful premonition had come true, only it was his door that the police had knocked on. The next few hours were a blur. We dashed to the scene, but the police had put a white forensic tent over my beautiful sister and wouldn't let us near her. It was very quick, a police officer reassured us. She died instantly. It wasn't much of a consolation. As the forensic team examined Lisa's body, they found Olivia's handwritten letter. It was tucked into the back pocket of her jeans. Had Lisa somehow known that she'd need her daughter's love that day? The thought made me feel very sad. Collecting Lisa's beloved little girl Olivia from school, we had no choice but to watch her howl in anguish as we explained as best we could that Mummy had gone to be with the angels. I knew exactly how she felt. My heart broke 1,000,000 times over as we arranged Lisa's funeral. How could my bright, bubbly, balmy sister just be gone just like that? We tucked that letter into her coffin when we buried her. My parents took custody of Olivia, while Tyler went to live with his daddy. A couple of days after the funeral, I walked into Olivia's bedroom to find her sitting on the edge of the bed with a huge smile on her face. "Is everything okay, darling?" I asked, puzzled. She hardly stopped crying since her mother had been killed. Her reply left me reeling. Auntie Becca, Mummy's standing right next to you. I felt the hairs on the back of my neck prickle. Was Lisa's spirit really in the room with us? Come here then, let's give her a hug, I told Olivia, sweep her up into my arms. I thought I could feel Lisa's arms encircling us too. The results of the police investigation to Lisa's death was sickening. The Audi that killed her had been driven by a joyrider called Martin Nelson. He had over 200 previous convictions to his name and had only recently got out of prison. On that fateful day, he'd broken into a house and stolen the keys of the Audi before driving through Belfast at speeds of up to 117 miles an hour. He jumped traffic lights and drove on the wrong side of the road, flying through residential areas at over twice the speed limit. We'll never know why Lisa was walking along the road near the local leisure centre as Nelson sped towards her. We think she just popped to the corner for a can of Coke. He was doing over 60 miles an hour when he smashed into a parked van, then ricocheted onto the pavement where my sister was standing. Just over a year later, our entire family packed into Belfast Crown Court to see Nelson Faulty sentenced, after admitting a string of offences, including causing death by dangerous driving. The judge jailed him for 11 years. They should have thrown away the key, in my opinion. I knew our angel Lisa was watching over us throughout. She was determined not to let her precious little girl out of our sight. Olivia finds white feathers from her, Mummy's angel wings, whenever she goes, and we keep them in a pretty pink box, besides a photo of Lisa pulling funny faces in her pyjamas. She tells me that she often sees her mum sitting on the edge of her bed at night, gently soothing her to sleep. Recently, we were walking in a local park, and Olivia wanted to show me her special bench, where she used to sit with her mum and whisper secrets to each other. As we turned a corner around the bench and came to sight, I let out a gasp. The grass was covered in white feathers. It was as though Lisa was waiting for us. Special bonds are just too special to be broken, and that's how it was with Lisa, Olivia and me. Now we're sharing Lisa's story to make everyone think twice before they get behind the wheel. Cars in the wrong hands become weapons. Please remember that whatever you buckle up, let's keep other families safe. It's what Lisa, my sister, would want. I just wanted to read that out because like I said, this is one of these places where you hear a lot of stories from people, and you hear a lot of people that have been through tragedies just like that. And a lot of people just want the comfort to know that their loved ones are still with them, be that from feathers or songs that come on the radio or little coincidences of things that happen just at the right moment. And we hope, one of our hopes of this place is the fact that when you're here, you can find that extra little bit of reassurance that they're still with us. And just to remind everyone that even if your loved ones have gone, they're never gone that far. I'm done. I don't know if you've got an address or anything, or you just want to start. It's up to you.
I'll see what
Whatever you want to do.
All right, lovely. Thank you.
I'm free range. You can do what you want.
All right, great. Thank you. Yeah, I never know. I don't know where I'm going. I just stand up and hopefully, well, I just trust. That's the thing. So, yeah, it is about trusting, isn't it? And knowing that they're just going to be there for you when you need them. And life plans as well. You look at, I think we're all old enough and wise enough to actually look back on situations and see how everything's falling into place, just right for something to happen at the right time. And I always say that's spirit, that's our loved ones, our guides, they're all helping for our lives to be good, but it's about learning, it's about teaching as well. Right, so I need to come to the lady there, with the beautiful jacket there. And they'll work with you, please. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why, but I know I'm drawn to you. Can you understand there's a gentleman in spirit for you? This gentleman is not... He's not that tall, okay. Right, and also I feel that he didn't make old bones. He didn't get to 80. He was more like late 60s, early 70s. His passing. Okay. I don't know. I've got tragedy, so I don't know if this was a tragedy for this person's passing. Can you understand that?
Not of that age, no.
Alright, okay. But you can understand the rest.
A little bit, what you're saying.
Okay, I'll give you some more. I'm just trying to get the energies up a bit. So I can only give what comes into my head or what they show me or what I hear. And so I had tragedy. Can you understand the tragedy around you?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And it might not be to do with this gentleman, but I know he would have been part of it, or he would have known about it. Yeah? Okay. Right, he's got a bit closer now, so I can see him a bit better. So he's got brown hair, he's got sideboards, and it's not long, it's sort of cut in here. Okay. I feel that, I don't know if he's shown me himself a bit younger than what he would be before he passed. Alright. I've got go chest area with him as well, so I don't know if it was the lungs, but I know it's upper body here that he would have had problems with before he passed. I feel that he's making me feel that there was difficulties in his life, especially I want to go about 5 years before he passed. Can you understand that with this gentleman?
Not necessarily that timeline. It would have been maybe a bit before that.
Before that, but you understand that. There's something to do with 5 years.
Okay.
Before he passed, something to do with 5 years. And I can only express to you what he's telling me, so this is how it was for him. Okay. He makes me feel that his legs, I feel as though my legs don't really belong to me with him. Okay. And sometimes I do have a blending of two people in spirit, you know, especially if they've known each other and they're close.
Okay.
But I feel he's going to my legs, and he's saying I couldn't feel my legs so well.
Okay.
You understand? He's taken me to thank you over there, so I know that this gentleman's saying thank you to either you or somebody.
Okay.
All right, because I feel he's making me feel that he needed to be heard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to be heard, and there's somebody on the earth plane, not sure that it's you or close to you, that would listen and that would support this person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know who this gentleman is, do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's just the age, isn't it?
All right. Just put that to one side then, right? Because that came as a feeling.
Okay.
So that's what I felt. So I might have got that bit wrong. But I don't feel he made old bones. Does that make sense?
He was old, but he didn't look it. So.
That's okay. That's fine. So his energy was a young energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm feeling it. I can't.
Okay.
And sometimes they show me themselves where they're old. They're old, but they want to show themselves younger.
Yeah.
That's why they give me a feeling more than the showing.
Okay.
He's talking about somebody around you that needs to be heard. Does that make sense to you?
I'll have to look through.
It's somebody on the earth plane that needs to be heard. They're keeping a lot in here, and they need that encouragement to talk.
Okay.
Right, and that's somebody that I feel that's more of a family member than a friend. Okay. And I'm being told that you're a good listener yourself. Okay, I don't know if that's the job you do, but I'm being told that you know the right words to say at the right time.
Okay, thank you.
In situations where you have to sit down and listen. Also, I want to say to you, you need to go to your gut feeling as well with the situation, which is happening around you at the moment. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Please, yeah. Just listen to your gut feeling, because it won't do you wrong.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm talking now about your inner voice, you understand?
Yeah.
Because he's talking about your inner voice. And I do feel that with your inner voice, you are hearing spirits. It makes sense to you.
Okay.
Yeah. And but I just feel you're at that stage where you're, I don't know whether you're doubting it, but you understand, you're at that stage that you know it could be spirit, but you're wondering if it's you or not.
Okay.
I've got a doggy as well that's in spirit place, not being shown. I just know it's around.
Okay.
I have that knowing. And also there's somebody around you that you're trying to get through to,
Yeah.
but you're not able,
Yeah.
it's just not happening at the moment.
Okay.
And I don't know whether that's actually the person that needs to be heard
Okay.
more than, does that make sense?
Although she's passed.
Alright, oh no, on the earth plane.
Okay.
Somebody that needs to be heard on the
Okay.
earth plane. Okay, there's nothing else for you, so I'll leave you with this gentleman's love and say
Okay.
thank you. All right, thank you for working with me. There comes a lady there with a star on her top.
Yeah.
Please, may I work with you? Yes. I do get sayings, and I get this one a lot, this saying. It's like, damned if you do and damned if you don't. Can you understand that? You're going on with yourself, please?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, you understand that it's starting and it's going to get bigger,
Okay.
right? And there's a lady who's stood between you two. I'm assuming you're together. It's stood between you. I feel this is more on a either a mum or a nan vibration. Okay. I feel that this lady's probably a little bit taller than me, but not much taller. And I feel that she must have gone in her 70s. She must have been about 70 when she passed. She's not telling me what she passed with yet, but she's, I want to say, she's got a lovely smile, this lady, and I look at her and I see you, so there's some resemblance there. I want to say that you're more like your dad than your mum. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I just feel a lot of warmth with this lady as well. I feel that also there must, I don't know if she was a very sensitive lady, but I've got a lot of tears with her as well. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, maybe, but she wouldn't have shown me to anyone.
All right, okay. But I know there was a
Yeah.
sensitive side to her. She's talking about tears, so can you understand then there's tears going on at the moment then, please? Within the family, you understand? And I feel that it extends out as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just close family, it goes out. She's not telling me why at the moment, so but I just know that she's a strong lady as well, wasn't she, this lady? Because she's making me feel upright, and she's so I feel there was a little bit of a cheeky side to her as well. Does that make sense? And she was up for fun. I feel she was up for fun. She's taken me to her purse, and I feel that there would have been a generosity there as well. I feel that this lady was a real family lady as well, and would want to keep her family together. She would keep them all together. But not just family, but there would be friends that she'd want to keep in as well, within the family. I feel if I'm looking back, there must have been 2 friends that were kept in more like family than friends.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go back with that one in time. Okay. But also I feel she's making me feel like when you was a child, you used to have people round with gatherings. No, you're not. Okay.
I can't remember. Anyway.
All right. Can you understand you're having friends round from school and things like that?
Occasionally,
Right.
not very often.
She's making me feel that was something that she would encourage, but it sounds to me as though it wasn't.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let me just see what's going on. Then would you, there'd be somebody else in spirit that would have done that then, please?
Can't think of it.
All right, okay, then please just hang on to that.
Yeah.
Then if it's not your mum, then can you understand it's yourself having people round, being more social?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. Just hang on to it. It will come to you. All right. Somebody's not been well recently, please. Okay.
Depends if you mean physically or...
I feel physically not well.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. Just this is proof that she's around you.
Yeah,
Okay. She's showing me a candle with cake, so I know we've just had a birthday recently. Okay. And she's actually blowing out the candle, so I don't know if it would have been her birthday. No. All right. Then maybe she's being cheeky to blow out the candles of somebody else's cake. Yeah. Come on, my lovely. Right. I'm not getting anything else from her. Sorry. Why have you come? Right. I've asked her why she's come here, and of course, because there's that love. But I feel that she'd like to give you a boost at the moment, because I feel that, see, that's where I feel the unwellness is with yourself. Would that make sense to you? That she wants to boost you up.
Yeah, maybe.
She wants to give you a big boost. So it might not be on a physical, but she wants to give you a big boost. Also got a dog in spirit for yourself, but I don't know if it belonged to her.
No,
It's yours. All right, okay. But I know that she's come here to give you a boost, to make you smile. She wants you to remember about 2 years ago. I'm not sure why, but if you can understand that. And there's just lots of love from her. All right. Your dad here or over? He's here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just feel that. Can you understand that she's keeping an eye on him at the moment?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. Okay.
She always did.
All right. Okay. But normally when I get that, it's like he's been unwell, or he's a little bit down, or you understand. So she's around him and trying to give him a boost. Okay. But she talks about lovely memories as well. You understand? lovely memories. And she brings in forget-me-not as well.
Okay.
I always think when they bring that in, it's not so much the plant, it's like, please don't forget me.
Oh, it's not
Yeah.
a chance.
No, all right, but that's what she's forget-me-not.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
you're most welcome. Okay. Oh, she's showing me a heart as well. Yeah, can leave you with his love, or her love, for you and for your dad as well. Thank you for working on me, thank you. Sorry, I must apologise, my energies are a bit low tonight, so. Come to gentleman there, please. May I work with you?
Yes.
Thank you. I have a gentleman who stands with you. Okay. I don't know if he's. I feel he's either father, grandfather, or an uncle. But I know we're on Dad's side of the family here.
Right, yeah.
All right. If he draws closer, then I can tell you what he's like. There is a resemblance, so I look at his face, I'm seeing your face, so there is that resemblance. I feel that this gentleman would have been a bit taller than yourself, this gentleman. Okay?
Yeah, it might have been. I
Oh,
don't know, yeah.
okay. Well, I always find that if people are a little bit short, they tend to come through a little bit taller because they want to be taller.
He wasn't the biggest.
No, I feel, but I don't feel he's
Yeah.
much taller than yourself, just a little bit. Okay. I also feel that I've got the same build as well as yourself. He makes me feel he was very good with his hands.
Yeah.
So he was, I don't know whether it's woodwork, but I know that he could turn his hands to most things. And he's telling me he had a very good brain.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good brain. And he talks about it wasn't the education, it was what he learnt in life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's taken me to buses, so I don't know if you can understand buses with him. I can see you looking like that, but I don't know why. Okay, can you understand London links with him, please?
No, not really, no.
Well, can you understand it with his side of the family?
Never really know a lot about the side of the family.
All right, okay. Well, I can see a big London bus.
Right.
All right, so normally that's. I saw a bus, and then I saw it was a London bus. So that's normally a sign that
Yeah.
there's London connections. I want to go North London. If you don't know, I don't know if you can find out.
I don't.
All right.
I don't know nothing about that side of the family.
Okay. Do you understand gypsies in your family going back?
I don't personally, no.
You don't. Have you? Has anybody given you that before?
No.
No. 'Cause that's where I want to go, North London and the gypsies. So I don't know if anybody's doing family tree, but that would be a good one too, if that one comes out. Okay. And where you live, are you thinking about changing the walls or something? Are you thinking about decorating or changing something? Or there's something that you need to change?
A lot of things I need to change.
All right, okay. All right. Okay. I keep being drawn to blue. So I don't know if you've got blue and you're wanting to change it or the
I've
other
got
one.
blue.
Sorry?
I've got blue.
All right,
and
okay.
extras.
Okay. As long as you can take that. Right, the other thing that I'm being shown is dominoes. Can you understand dominoes?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so let's take that. And I feel that's for this gentleman as well. Does that make sense?
Not that you might have done.
All right. Okay. But
I can take dominoes.
you can
Yeah.
take dominoes. But I'm being shown. You know when you set them all up and you turn one over and then they turn all the rest over. I've got to give you that for some unknown reason.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm being shown that. I don't know if it's something you've done. It's a memory link, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I do feel that you're somebody who can be up and down. Does that make sense to you?
A little bit. Yeah.
But the in-between bit is where you do a lot of thinking.
You're always thinking.
Yeah. Right. I do feel that sometimes you go through life where you in a way joke your way through life. Does that make sense to you?
Sort of. Yeah.
Right. But that's because there's a lot going on inside. You understand, and it's hard to look at. I want to go back in time, where life was a lot more difficult for you, and I want to put more as a youngster. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And so this is like a lot of it is a cover up because of things that have happened.
Right.
Okay, you also understand some triggers that have happened in your life that happened in the past, and you thought you put it to sleep, and then it started coming. Then there's a trigger that sets you off with it again. Do you understand that?
Yeah, sort of.
All right. But I'm saying they because I feel there's a few, I don't want to say gentlemen in spirit here for you, but I just feel that you're, there is something. Can you understand as an incident with water with you? And I want to go back in time.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, yeah. And with that incident, and I'm not being told to speak what it is, but they've given me an idea, but it's not for everybody. But it's like that is something that can be triggered that will then set you off on a downward spiral.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I've got somebody saying cheers to you as well.
Yeah.
Also, I feel you've got a friend in spirit as well.
Yeah, I've lost a couple of people when
Yeah.
I was a bit younger.
Yeah. I just feel that some of the friends that you mixed with in the younger days were, I'm not saying dodgy, but I want to say there was no fear, and they done things which I'm not saying what they shouldn't have done, but they got themselves into trouble. That makes sense.
Yeah, a couple of people I know were sort of unlucky, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's sort of more of...
Okay. I do feel that I'm also feeling that somebody passed in your younger days, and I feel there must have been a drowning because that keeps coming in. Somebody drowned in when you
I can't
youngster.
picture that myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing this lad, and he's quite cheeky, and I feel that he always pushed his luck in life. Okay, and I want to go back. I've got the name of Peter in my head, so I feel something, it's either Peter or something to do with Peter,
Right.
but got to go back in time.
Right.
Alright?
Yeah.
I think it's school days. Right. Okay, so this gentleman who's come through for you, I feel he's making me feel that you are coming out of something now. Does that make sense to you? That you've had a downtime and you're starting to come out of it. And he's saying that just keep going and be positive. He's talking about having positive friends around you as well.
Yeah.
He understands. I feel that you've lost a friend, but it's not to spirit, but you've lost a friend or I'm not saying you lost, but there's a parting of a friend, a natural parting, but you've felt so much better since that parting of that friend. Yeah. So this is just letting you know that your loved ones are around you still. I do feel that you do have that connection with spirit.
Yeah.
And I want to say this last couple of years it's got stronger as well.
I don't know. I thought it was stronger before, but yeah.
But I feel it's got stronger.
Right.
Alright, because the veil is thinner. Alright, so it has got, I'm being told, it's got stronger the last couple of years, which it has for a lot of people. Okay. I don't know if you do what I'm doing here, but I know that you're quite capable of it.
Right.
Alright. And I also want to go to trance as well with you. I don't know if you ventured down that there's trance. Because I feel that they can talk through you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm just going to leave you with his love, but their love, because there's a few come through that I haven't described, but they're mainly males, so they're here to pick you up, alright. I'll leave you with the gentleman's love anyway. God bless you and thank you. Thank you. May I come to the lady with the red top there, please? May I work with you? Thank you. I want to come to you. I need to come to you. I've got a lady with you. I don't know if she's mum or nan. I want to say, I've got a lady. And this lady, right, she looks like a nan, and I feel that I'm quite covered with this lady, and I feel that with this lady, she's not very tall, but she would take no nonsense. Alright, and I feel, she's showing me going around with a rolling pin, so I know that she wouldn't take no nonsense from people, especially, I feel also that if that would be your granddad, that she would, the relationship, I want to say, was a good one, that it was like, he would I don't know whether it's tease her, but she'd be going after him with a rolling pin. Can you understand that? Yeah. And I like this lady. She's really quite sweet, but I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of her. Do you have a communication with her? No. But I know there must be a good connection between you when she was on the earth plane. Does that make sense to you? No. Did you not know her then on the earth plane? No. All right. Then do people say to you, you're like this nan? No. Because I feel there's a really good connection between you. All right. Okay, no worries. Would she have knitted? Does she knit?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
You know who it is. And then can you understand that close connection between you? Yeah, all right. So maybe it's not your nan, but you know somebody like a nan. Yeah. Because I just feel there is that close connection between you. I feel she did make whole bones before she passed, and I feel that. Right, she tells me her passing was quick, but I feel there was some illnesses beforehand. All right, but she's saying in the end she just went. Okay, so I know she makes me feel that she didn't really say her goodbyes to people. And I know she makes me feel that there was a lot of sadness because of that. Now she's taken me to her funeral as well, okay, right. And she was being very cheeky at the funeral, okay, and she was listening to what was being said. But she was like, she showed me that she was sitting on her coffin, all right, and I don't know if people were seeing that or were talking about her being sitting on the coffin, but I just know that she was there being cheeky, all right, and she talks about, there was lots of stories about her as well. Okay, she said even though it was sad, everybody had a good old knees up. You understand? And then, but she said that was good because that helped everybody, because you could talk about it, even though she passed and nobody could say what they wanted to say to her and vice versa. So what she's saying, it was all done at the wake, and I feel that there must have been some special moments, because this is what she's saying, there were special moments at the wake where you was all laughing, because she makes me feel as though that when she was on the airplane, she would get up to some things that would make people laugh. Yeah?
Something.
Yeah. All right. But I just feel, was she a bit like Marmite? You either liked or you didn't. Yeah. Because that's what she's saying. She has got this little cheesy smile going on there. And, but what she's saying is that she can't get away from the wake because she just loved it. She really did love it. And she says, so it's a shame that we didn't do that sort of thing when she was on the earth plane she's talking about. Because I feel there must have been families that were just a little bit separated, because everybody came together for her. But she said it's a shame that it didn't happen beforehand. And she said even those that thought she was like Marmite, that they didn't like her, they were still there. And she laughs about that because like they didn't want to know her when she was on the earth plane, but they were all there drinking the drink and the food and everything else, celebrating. She makes me feel that she would have celebrated with like a sherry or something. You know, I've got a little something. You understand?
The old sort of Scotch.
Scotch was it? Okay, but it's in a little glass. Okay. But She's making me feel that also with yourselves, I'm going to say both of you, that there's the situation around you at the moment where you're trying to keep everybody together, and she's saying that everything's going on deaf ears at the moment, so you're probably better off to just walk away. Alright, and she's saying that, alright, she was like Marmite, but she says, I don't, did the gentleman there, did you know this lady?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to say that you're the same. You're like Marmite. People either like you or they don't. And with this situation, she's saying that really, you're better off just walking away. Alright? But she says, but you have free will, but sometimes you try so hard to keep everybody together, but it has to be a two-way thing. And in one situation, it needs to be a three-way thing, is what she's saying. Okay? But she's saying sometimes when things just settle, she's laughing because she's saying that when you pass over, they'll all be having a drink, talking about you. Yeah? And but what she's trying to, I think it's what she's trying to impress is, sometimes if you just walk away and let them get on with it, and then the dust settles, and then you can get back to normal. But everybody has to forget about what's happened. You understand? Yeah. So I feel that's a message for you, but it's also for others around you as well. But somebody has to make that point. Okay. If you can understand that message there. But lots of love from this lady, for both of you, alright? And sometimes she'd like to bang your heads together as well, as she's saying.
Yeah. Probably.
And you, sir, you need to put your best foot forward and get moving with something. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Alright, but that's what she's saying. Okay. Do you want, she could stay here and give you a lecture all night.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah? Okay. But I'm going to leave you with her love, both of you. And
Thank you.
there is a lot of warmth coming from this lady for you both, alright?
Likewise.
Alright, lovely. But yeah, lots of love. Oh, crikey, what's that? Right, she's showing me somebody's foot. Has somebody got a verruca or a corn? Is it a corn or something on somebody's foot? That somebody's foot needs some treatment or some help. Okay? I don't know what that means, and nobody needs to put their hands up to say I've got a verruca, please. But somebody needs to sort their foot out, like go to a Stortford or something. All right, whoever it is, somebody needs to go to and get it sorted. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave you with her love and say God bless you. Thank you. Okay, where am I going now? Can I come to lady there, please? May I work with you? Yeah? I've got a dog in spirit here that's come through very quickly for you. All right, and it's a dog that would lick.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not showing me what it looks like, but I feel it's more of it's not a little dog, it's more of a medium-sized dog. And I would say that it's a black, I feel it's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, all right, have a look. I don't know who, I've been shown the leads,
Yeah.
right, and I don't know who's holding the leads, but the dog seems to be pulling.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? And it might be that they're showing that the dog is pulling, was a dog that pulled.
Possibly.
All right. Okay. What have we got here? They have to come forward. Okay. All right. I feel I've got a lady here for you.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if she comes in on mum link. All right. All right. I want to say this lady comes in a bit taller than yourself. Right, I'm going to take away the mum links, I'm not sure, but she comes in on a family link.
Okay.
All right, and because I feel that for this lady, I don't know if she comes in as a sister, a friend, but I feel that I'm not. I didn't pass at an old age with this lady.
Yeah, possibly.
All right. I'm just waiting for her to come closer so I can see what she's doing and what she's. I'm quite slim with this lady, all right, and she's telling me now I didn't make old bones, okay? She's telling me that. I don't know if there was cancerous conditions, but I know there was something that over the course of time, she's telling me, got her in the end.
Yeah.
But she put out a good fight, she's telling me. I know that this lady would be close to you because I know that there is a good link there between you. I know she's taken me to the heart, so I know that there would be that love between you. And she's taken me to her knees, so I feel that I don't know if she was in a wheelchair but I know my knees, my legs weren't working properly. If that's not with her, then that's you. But I've got to go to the knees.
I have got a problem with one of my knees.
All right,
at the moment.
okay.
Yeah.
But can you understand it with this lady?
I can, yeah.
Yeah. I feel there was quite a weakness from her hips downwards.
Yeah.
She's taken me to that thank you. That's quite a nice sign there. Thank you. She's thanking you. All right. She says she wasn't always there for her, but you was when she needed you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you used to cook for her or prepare stuff. You understand?
That, yeah.
I feel there's preparing of something anyway. And I do feel that near the end she was having to have a lot of other personal care. And I don't know whether it was you or somebody else, but I know that she gives thanks there as well. I do feel that there was, with the funeral, it was quite a quiet one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I feel it wasn't not like there's a big party sort of thing. That's how she's making me feel. It was a quieter one. I also feel with her, she's shown me that she passed almost like in her sleep.
I'm not sure that's too.
All right. Well, she's making me feel that she just drifted. Now that could have been the morphine, but you understand that she just drifted.
Yeah.
So it was she just slowly went.
Yeah.
She's telling me. She's taken me back to her younger days and where she was very lively. You understand? And she would have loved that party going on there. She would have loved that when she was on the earth plane. Can you understand her leaving 2 children?
Yes.
Yeah. And they were boys, were they? No, tell me then. But the feeling I got was they were boys, all right. But I know there was 2 children. If there's 2 children, can you understand then grandchildren?
Yeah, there's 2 grandchildren.
Yeah, were they the boys?
No.
All right, okay, I've got. Then there's boys somewhere within
There's a
this.
son and a grandson.
All right, okay. I know that she had to take her ringers off.
Don't know about that. Not sure.
You understand the weight loss,
Yeah.
and she had to take her ringers off. That's what she's shown me.
Okay.
They had to come off because they kept falling off. Can you understand those rings didn't quite go to where she wanted them to go to, please?
Yes, I could understand that.
And she's also talking about then, this is a saying that they give me, is bridge over troubled water, which means that the family is very parted. And that's where the rings came in to not going to where they were supposed to. She's saying it doesn't matter. They were her wishes, but it doesn't matter. She's also talking about something else, and I don't know what, she's not showing me what it is, so I don't know whether it's jewellery, but I know there's something else that would have, should have gone to a certain person and it didn't. I don't know whether it's furniture or, you understand, there's something of significance. And that didn't go where it was supposed to. She said, but at the end of the day, that's, you know, it is what it is. She talks about karma as well. Okay, so she says karma will sort things out. She's talking about you now finding your peace within. Alright? She says you've been through a lot and it's like you're finding your peace now. And you've let a lot go where in the past you've hung on to stuff. And she's saying now it's your time to find the peace. She's talking about angels, so I don't know if you work with angels, but she's talking about angels with you.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. And I don't know if you play with the cards, but I know that if you had some cards, angel cards, they would help you through your day.
Okay, thank you.
Right, because you have those cards, oracle cards, and you draw one each day, and it gives you a boost.
Okay.
Alright, so that's what she's bringing for you. She also brings in a flower, and flower she's bringing in, it's a bit like, I don't know what they're called, She's showing me it, and it's a bit like, it looks like crepe paper, or that very thin paper, not crepe paper, the really thin one, and they come in blues. Is that cornflower?
Yeah.
She's bringing that for you,
Thank
alright?
you.
And with that beautiful blue. And when I go to blue, this is the throat chakra, right? So there is somebody that you need to be talking to.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
But that needs to be in your own time, not anybody else's.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah, thank you.
Lots of love coming from this young lady.
Oh, thank you.
God bless you and thank you for working with us.
Thank
you.
You can go off as long as you want, or you can stop. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do a couple more.
Yeah, do
I'm on a
whatever.
roll now.
There's definitely a lot around because I'm doodling all the ones I'm seeing, so there's definitely ones around.
Well, spirit has seemed to be taking over a bit. Bye-bye.
They always get a taxi at this time of night. It's the only time they can get picked up. That's
All
why
right,
they run
lovely.
out. They're not just running out for the other week. They
Okay.
run out every week.
Okay, lovely. Down here. through, please.
Yeah.
It's all right for work with you? Okay, I don't know if this has worked with you. Can you understand that you're not getting on with somebody at work, or there's something to do with work, please, with yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to move over to here, if that's all right. Okay, I have a lady that's built up beside you, okay, and I feel that she hasn't been gone over that long. Does that make sense to you? And this lady, she's not telling me where she comes in your life, but I know that there's a lot of love from this lady to yourself. Alright? She takes me to upper body with her, so I feel that in the end it was pneumonia, but that wasn't what her problems were when she was ill. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's talking about also a heavy heart with her. Alright, so I don't know what that means, if you can understand what that means.
Yeah.
Alright. I feel the heavy heart is more like a broken heart. Yeah? I feel it with her in the end, it would have been, she's making me feel it was quite quick, even though there was a build up to it. She also makes me feel that she did say her goodbyes, alright, but what she's making me feel is she didn't say all what she needed to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was more that she wanted to say that she couldn't say at the time. Because also I feel that, well, she's making me feel that she'd lost her voice, or she wasn't able to express what she wanted to say before she passed. Does that make sense, James? Okay. I feel this lady, when she was in her prime, was a funny lady. Alright? And I feel that you made no apologies for her, because she would do things that that would make people laugh, but also you could be a bit embarrassed by her. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
She's talking about a situation where she would break winds and she would blame everybody else. Okay, all right. That's what she's bringing in, and maybe it's something that didn't happen, but she's just showing her character here.
Yeah.
That she was a bit of a joker in life.
Yeah.
All right. Can you understand some hospital conditions with her?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's where she broke winds, I need to say. All right. So, and she talks about, I don't know if she had surgery, because she's showing me with a gown on, with the gap at the back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And so I don't know again if that's her joking, all right, or whether that actually happens with her. Okay. I'm not very big with this lady as well. She's showing me quite slim with this lady. You understand? No, she's bigger.
Very big.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Then why is she showing me that then? Because she's all right. Then I need to then change things around there, because she's showing me with this lady then, maybe she's told you the story of the lady with the gowns on, and but this lady she's showing me is slim.
Okay.
All right, so I feel she's walking through the hospital with a gown on, but you can see all the back because it's all open. Now I don't know if she's expressed that story to you, but the lady is slim. She's showing me slim. All right. So if that's not this lady, if you're saying it's bigger, it's something she's seen.
Yeah.
All right. And whether she's expressed that to you, I don't know. I do feel that she's quite cheeky as well with her words, because she's sticking her tongue in her cheek, so I feel that she would say things but tongue in cheek. If that makes sense. Okay. Right, so this lady has come through to you because I feel that she cares about you a lot, and she doesn't like to see what's going on with you with work. You understand? And she's saying that sometimes you can try and keep trying, and it's never going to work because there's a clash in the people. Yeah? So what she's talking about is there's going to be some changes in your work as well, and it may be a time for you to actually move on. All right?
Yeah.
So she's saying even though you've got this going on, there are changes that are going to happen in the next few months. So I think more round to the new year, and then that'll be the time where you think, oh, I've had it, I'm going. Or they might even say, they're cutting down on people.
Yeah.
All right. So, but she's saying next time for a new job, feel it. Don't think, oh yeah, that's good, I love that. She's talking about feeling it.
Okay.
All right, feel that it's right for you. All right. She'd like to make you laugh a lot more, because she says you was a very, as a child, you was a very laughy, up to all sorts, and she says you're getting old before your time. And she's saying you need to get out there and enjoy and have fun,
Yeah.
because life's not too serious. It shouldn't be serious. All right. And I feel she'd like to impress that on you. All right. Much love from her. All right. Lots of love. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Can I come to the lady there? May I work with you, please? Yes.
Thank you.
It's me. Okay. I have a lady that's with you, and I don't know if she's a family member or whether she's a friend. Okay? I have a lady with you, and I feel that this lady's not from, I feel this lady is not English. Yeah? That's the feeling that she's given me. Okay? Because I can't see her at the moment. But I know this lady, I don't know if she's family or whether, I feel it's more on a friend link with this lady. And I don't know whether it's to do with work, but I just know that there is a really close connection. And I feel that you've helped each other through life when she was here on the earth plane. I feel that she would have passed quite quickly. And it's almost like, I don't know, it makes me feel that she would have, she was a bit unwell, and then she passed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So really, nobody was expecting this to happen. I know that she's telling me she was a fighter, so she could fight her way through life. And I don't know if she came here and didn't know anybody, but she's, no. I feel that she was somebody that only took special people in as friends. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So she's making me feel that she was not a lonely person, because she was happy with her own self, but so she didn't have many friends, but the friends she did have were special. You understand? And I know that you're very special to this lady. I've got to give you a name. the name Alicia. No, or I think it's Alicia. Okay, just hang on to that because it may be something that's going to come in, or it may, I don't know if it's to do with being in the workforce, working. I've got the name Alicia, which is quite an unusual name, isn't it? I don't think it's not Alice, it's Alicia. But you can also take the name of May. Yeah. So I know Alicia's there. Can you understand a picture, please? Yes, you understand. I don't know if it's a gift to you or you understand. Okay. And can I take you to a watch, please? Now, I don't know if this is a watch, like your watch you look at, or that you're watching time at the moment, waiting for something to happen. Yes, you understand. Okay. And I want to say to you, you will get what you want. Alright? You will get it. I don't know what it is, and they're not telling me, but you will get what you want. And this lady, I want to say young lady, so I don't know if she's younger than you, but I want to say she's making sure for the exchange of friendship that she's making sure that you get what you want. Does that make sense? Beautiful. All I can say is lots of love from this lady, alright? And she's with you. She's with you, alright. And she's saying, don't look back. Don't look back. And there's no regrets. Alright? We'll leave you with our love. So God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I think that's me done now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. If you just want to close for us.
Sorry, I did a bit slow. My energy's a bit low, so I'm not sure what's going on with me. But we got there in the end. They took over me in the end. So thank you. Thank you so much for your love as well. So can we just close this evening down? Thank you. Dear Lord, may we all take this peace home with us, and this beautiful energy from this sanctuary here. May it go home with each and every one of us so that we can pass it on to others also. And maybe spread the word of Spirit, because it's such a beautiful place to be here and in this beautiful energy, and it's such healing. And I always feel that when we come into a place like this, we always go home and able to sleep better. So I thank you for this beautiful energy that's built here. And I also want this energy to go out to where it's needed around our world, around our planet. I vow to be put back to where it was until I work again. I'd like to thank my guides, my loved ones, and those from the higher realms. I'd like to thank those loved ones that drew close and used me as a vessel and had great respect for me. But also I'd like to thank those loved ones that were here and bringing in the love to help this evening go the way it has done. I'd like to thank those loved ones also for all their love and the healing and the proof that life is eternal. I'm just the vessel. So I ask that a blessing be put upon this beautiful sanctuary here, and may the doors continue to stay open and people start helping and doing their part to keep it going. But also for those that need the love to come through those doors, because that also keeps the doors open. So I ask that everybody has a safe journey home, and I hope and I wish and I pray that they find that God within them. Amen.